Donyae Lewis. I go to DePaul University and I did speech. I did speech all of high school, freshman to senior year. I did original oratory, poetry reading, humorous interpretation, humorous duet acting, informative speaking, special occasion speaking, and I did original comedy at Speech Camp. I took informative speaking all the way to state my junior year. And I wound up being a state champion in informative speaking. It was about my glaucoma. I've gone through glaucoma since birth. It's an eye condition where I've lost vision in my right eye. So in a nutshell, I did an informative speech basically about what glaucoma was, who it affected, the future implications that are being developed with the condition, as well as my own experiences living through that reality of my condition. It's really hard to pinpoint a specific moment that was so wonderful about state, because every aspect of that state experience was just so memorable and fulfilling, and it's still like emotional for me to think about it to this day. I don't know, it was just really amazing to see, one, how far I came, like just my growth as a speaker, as a writer, as a performer, but just also just the support from my team, other schools. I mean, when I went into that state final round and just seeing like all of my friends from my high school, everyone from my speech team and other speech teams, all in the back row just smiling, and that was just, it just warmed my heart. And then being on that stage when they said in second place and it wasn't my name, I was just like, what? Like, what? It was just, it's so hard to believe that I did that. And when it happened, it was like a weight was just lifted off my shoulder. One was my condition, but also I finally realized that the impact of your words and owning your voice can make so much of an impact and bring so much change, and that's what made me want to be a journalist here today. So, yeah. So my first speech experience was very awkward. I remember it was the Halloween Classic. I was in poetry reading and original oratory. Your boy was not memorized, so I had a bunch of nerves. I remember for poetry, I could not flip the pages to save my life. I was so, and the book was shaking, and I couldn't turn the pages. And in oratory, since I wasn't memorized, I had the sheets up there with me, and I had them in the little sleeves, so they kept falling and slipping, and I was surprised that I even placed. I got the little 6th place purple ribbon for poetry reading. And I remember telling my mom, I was like, Mom, I don't think speech is for me, and she was like, baby, you can go ahead and go to the next tournament. And yeah, I was glad I did, so. Speech team, it's so great for so many reasons. Personally, I believe that the one thing that speech allows students to do is break out of their comfort zone, break out of their square. Definitely allowed me to break out of my comfort zone. I also think speech just shows you really the impact of what you can do as a speaker and the impact of your words. You don't really realize it, and you really don't realize it until actually you leave speech and you see how confident you are in interviews or doing things in class, or just how you carry yourself, your mannerisms and whatnot. Speech just influences you so much, and you really need it in that outside world, and I learned it at such a young age, and the skills and assets that I have now is so impactful in my life. The most important life lesson that I personally took away from speech team is the importance of telling your story. I think the one thing that I was missing, I didn't have in my freshman year, and I didn't have in my sophomore year, and I finally clicked in my junior year, was that it wasn't me up there. It didn't feel like Donyae. And when I got up there and just talked about my life and talked about me, that's what people like. That's what people wanted to hear. I realized that telling your story can make so much of an impact on your life and other people's lives. And I don't know, I think I think that's what students should take away from their speech champions experiences. Telling your story and see how far that can take you. Telling your story can be an inspiration to other students, and it really can make change. I think I gave students with disabilities a voice that day, and I continue to do that still to this day. Monumental. And the reason why I said monumental is because, like, when I think of monumental, I think of like foundation, and I feel like speech like was a foundation for me, and like was a platform for me to start seeing what I can actually, how I can start using my words and my voice and putting that in the outside world. So like speech was the where I started building that, you know. So that's why I say monumental. It was like my stepping stone to becoming what I want to do as a writer and a speaker. So my words of wisdom to you speechies or incoming speechies is that do not ever limit yourself. I mean, I have big goals and big dreams in my life, and I am always shooting for the stars, and you should always shoot for the stars. I did not limit myself just because I was a junior that year when I won state. I know I was competing with people that were older than me and whatnot. I did not limit myself. Do not ever limit yourself. You can accomplish anything and everything that you want to. So where am I now? I'm a journalism and creative writing major at DePaul University. Speech has influenced me so much. I didn't have a job like leaving senior year, and now I've had 5 jobs. I was an orientation leader this summer, was able to be a inspirational role model to fellow students. I was an award-winning first-year writer, which was pretty dope. And now, what I'm doing, I am just got my own radio show for DePaul, PR advertising chair for the DePaul Theater Union, and really just kickstarting my journalism and creative writing career. And it's really, really dope. I have a lot of things planned, so stay tuned.